Hi, everyone. Welcome. First, we're going to do the technical things. I'm just going to look over my phone over here, and if you could let me know that you can hear me good and it's all working, that would be great. Let's see over here what we got going on. Okay, so is it working is the question. Oh, good. Thank you, Kristen. All right, welcome everyone, and I'm Caroline, and tonight I am more of the cosmic taxi driver for this activation and really offering of the heart from the Sirian Nation and opening up to receive the blessings of this Lionsgate portal. And this Lionsgate has felt to me and people I've worked with and talked to all over the world. Oh, good. Yay. Comments are coming in. Everyone can hear me and see. Yay. Never know with technology. So this Lionsgate portal has felt extra important coming right off the eclipse, right? So there's been this momentum and buildup, and July was so transformative and intense for so many people. And so to have the Lionsgate right at the other side, or the tail end of this eclipse season, is really powerful. And so we've been opening and going through our transformations and getting really clear on the things that are not essential, the things that don't serve us in our heart and in our lives. And now the Lion's portal, this energy is opening up to help anchor in these higher frequencies to really support in this movement forward. I mean, as all of you know, that things don't mess around anymore. Like, you could swim in your delusions and unconsciousness for a lot longer back in the day, but when the slight awareness comes of, oh, this is what's going on for me, it's like, bam, okay, it's time to get to work. We don't really have that I won't even say grace period, because it's all in service for us, embodiment, and really going to a place of deeper awakening within ourselves. So, I posted just a little bit ago about my cat, and the embodiment of love that she is. And so even though I talk about more esoteric out there subjects most of the time, it's so deeply rooted in the heart and in the basic simple gestures of love. So even though we will be connecting with star nations, connecting with Sirian energy, and from one lens it can seem very esoteric and very ancient knowledge temple pyramid like, right? Which it is. And what the offering is also so basic for our awakening humanity, which is love. And that can show up in kindness, and times where you might be frustrated and choosing kindness over, expressing that frustration in a negative way. It's a difference of expressing feelings versus reactions. And so as I've been in preparation for this transmission, one of the teachings has been within my own body and my own centers is also just coming back to we want to make it so complicated, right? And really living in fifth dimensional reality is going from this third center, self-centered, self-righteous point of view into the heart and to the light of the higher dimensional love frequency. And that's it, which, that being it can feel more complicated than not at times. So enough of that. Before I forget, if I forget at the end, if we get really altered our consciousness, is the 21-day activation process starts tomorrow. So you can sign up through my website and under webinars, and it's going to be 21 days, going to be showing up here 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every day for 21 days and receive these activations in the body, receive these blessings from the different masters, the different beings that we will be working with. And so, in doing anything for 21 days, it really helps to change the brain. It helps to change our neural network, which then changes our consciousness, that then changes our experience. So, all right. Let's see here, just who's here, who's going to be joining us tomorrow. Just curiosity. Awesome. Oh, I'm totally in the wrong. Oh, good. Yeah, so there's a lot of people, who are going to be joining in, and there's actually, this group is spanning wide and far. We've got people from all over the world going to be joining us, and the power of amplification and the power of community to really help all of us lift up is, I just can't speak the potential and the profound nature of when we all as a group meditate together. So if you are curious, come join in, and I think it'll be quite life-changing. So my loves, we are going to drop in now. So if you can, close all of the other tabs you might have. If you're on your phone, you can just really discipline yourself to sink into this moment and not be distracted. And that's really how these frequencies are going to be able to land. And, the Lion's Portal, what this is the connection between the sun and then Sirius, the star system. And then also the alignment that comes in. And it comes in and it lights up the Sphinx and it lights up the Great Pyramid in Egypt. And this Lion's Portal has been seen for thousands of years as a time to receive extra spiritual support, to be able to receive the awakenings that will help transform your life. It's not receive the awakenings so you have X, Y, and Z. It's to receive the awakenings and the spiritual energy so you can live a more awake, conscious, embodied life. And that's going to take form however that shows up in your life that's needed for this next upgrade. So it's a truly powerful portal to lean into. And there's also my sweetie Sarah Thomas on upperclarity.com just talked about how to capture this essence in a quartz crystal. So you can check her out at upperclarity.com in the Facebook Live. All right. So getting comfy, moving your body, moving your neck around, just really letting yourself sink into your space. Sink into right here, right now. And how they're going to be working with us is I'm going to be looking at the group soul and the group collective, and you might hear me make weird sounds, you might hear me burp, you might hear me whistle. What I'll be doing is moving the energy for this healing and for this activation for those who have not worked with me before. So closing the eyes if you have not already. And attuning to the breath, to right here, right now. There's no need to try to move it or change it. We're allowing the wisdom body of the breath just be what it is. There's an intelligence to the breath. Good. Now let's place awareness on the front body. So breathing in, just putting mindfulness, awareness on the front body. And then the back body. And tuning into the space around you, in front of you, to the sides of you, and behind you. Good. And now we are going to do a short pranayama breath exercise to help shift the consciousness and open up the field. So it's a 4-part equal breath. We will be inhaling for the same count, holding the breath in for the same count, exhaling for the same count, and then holding the breath out for the same count. So inhaling at your own breath count. So inhaling, holding the breath in, exhale. Holding the breath out. For example, inhaling the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Going at your own pace. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold the breath out. And keep going for the next couple minutes. When the mind wanders, just bring it back to the awareness of the counting of the breath. And last round, inhaling. Holding the breath in. Exhale. Hold the breath out. And then relax the breath pattern, just going back to being aware of the inhalations and the exhalations. Then placing the awareness on the base of the spine at the root center, Muladhara chakra, and extending an energetic grounding cord from the base of the spine all the way down to the center in the heart of Pachamama, the heart of the mother. Having this be as wide as the hips. And really feeling the connection at the heart of the earth, at the earth star, at the center of the earth. Then asking for your grounding cord to be in present time. I'm just looking at some look like they're in more old past time energy. So coming into present time. Just let the mind do what it wants to do. If it's like, I have no idea what she's talking about, don't worry. The energy body does. We're going to set this at release. So allowing any energy, just we're going to empty. We're going to allow ourselves to empty that which doesn't serve us, that which we are full. Right? So there's a difference between being full of our own soul essence and being full of all the day-to-day other people's energies, stuck energy. So just letting that go down the grounding cord. And going up to the second center, the sacral center, the second chakra, the reproductive organs. Then up to the third center, the solar plexus, our bellies, seat of power. Then rising up into the heart. Just tuning into how is your heart doing right now. It might be an energetic, it might have a feeling, you might hear something. Just tuning in, how is your heart right now in this moment? And sending some gratitudes to your heart. Then rising up into the throat center, our voice, our expression. Then up into the third eye, the point between the eyebrows. Illumination and vision. And placing awareness on the crown chakra, the top of the head, letting the petals of the crown open, unfurl. So the violet light, the violet flame is coming in right now. There's been some almost like crusty hinges, I want to say, on the crown center. So bringing in the violet light, letting the violet flame come into the crown center, and just in the most gentle way, burning off some old stuck energy, some projections from bosses, from outside influences. So allowing our knowing to be there. Yeah. Beautiful. So then the healing ray, this green, beautiful color is coming in. To support the opening and the healing of the crown center. You know, some things that come in about this is we are bombarded like every second of the day. If we're not on our phones or computers and we're out in the walk, we're still energetically bombarded all the time. I'm noticing a theme is that, you know, it's hard sometimes to even know our knowing and our truth. It gets really, so the crown, you know, it can start to not close up. It's never closed, but just, you know, almost protect itself. So there's just some gentle healing that's wanting to come in at the crown center. Good. And letting that energy, so whether it's the violet flame or the healing ray, come in as it wants to the brain. So opening up, letting the go deep into the brain. This elixir is coming into your field and into the lobes of the brain. That is in preparation to be able to anchor in the star seed codes. Good. And you can let that intention just rest for a while. Let that go. And going up to the soul light, the 8th chakra, a foot above the head. This center helps to regulate the energies from higher frequencies come into the body without short-circuiting it. So just tuning into this soul light and getting curious, how's it feeling? Bringing in some light to the center. Notice, does it expand? Does it feel like it's been contracted? Just notice what you notice. From here, we're going to let our awareness go right into the heart of the supreme light, the divine. So tuning into that divine light. Tune into the great central sun. And we're asking with our intention and attention and our awareness, it's like turning on the faucet, not on high powered, but turning it on a little bit more so you'll know. So if you're asking, like, what is your system? What can it handle right now? So letting the light of the divine come in. Maybe a perfect amount for you at this time. Coming into that soul light, a foot above the head. Notice what happens when the divine, the light of the divine and the great central sun hits that 8th center, and it gets bathed in like yummy nectar. So allowing that to just soak in, refuel, like when we're just running off of our soul essence and our soul energy, it can be exhausting sometimes. I think there's this belief that like, oh, if we're living just from our soul, like it's all good all the time. And no, we're not also connecting our soul to our spirit, to the divine. It can get drained. Just letting that soul light soaking in. It's called the Ba in Egyptian alchemy. And then letting the divine come into the crown, just like tickling the top of the head, into the brain. Coming down the back body, the back channels, and the front body. Good. Just letting yourself fill. So what they're saying is the guides are starting to come in pretty strongly now, and Isis and also Osiris and Magdalene, Mary Magdalene's here really. And the star being from Sirius, the lion. So just letting this start to open up the light quotient in your body. So it's really just preparing us, letting the cells just open up as if they all have eyes or gateways, and all your cells start to buzz with light, opening to receive. Just let the breath deepen, open. These energies are starting to anchor in. And then let that intention or awareness go, and just sitting in this light body of yourself and your cells. So the Sirian energy is starting to come into your space. Notice what you notice. What does that feel like when this energy comes in from the star system Sirius? So they're offering a healing being. So this healing being, beautiful being coming in, is going to do some extraction. So I'm seeing a lot of the extraction coming in, letting this energy, this healing nurse, so to speak, come in to where you feel in your body. It will go right. Just notice what you notice, what happens. We're on this ride together. Seeing though a lot of unwinding coming in into the solar plexus. So if you feel called, placing your awareness on the solar plexus and into the belly, some extractions of old programming, old paradigms coming in that's been wrapping around the stomach, the small intestine, the lower intestine, large intestine. Okay, so unwinding that, just allowing the energy to come in. This light from Sirius is coming in even stronger to your field. The Sirian guide's coming in, that's coming in for each of you. So right for you, your Sirian guide is approaching, feeling the energy come in. So allowing, they're like, be quiet so we can have a conversation. So just holding that space. What does the Sirian energy offer right now? What is it, what do you sense? Do you hear any messages? Do you see this being coming in? I'm going to be working on the group collective, but then also individually. Just open up as you would on a shamanic journey. Just what do you see? What do you feel? What do you hear? This first part they're telling me is about clearing and connection of understanding and bringing awareness to those things that are falling away in your life, whether it be relationships or beliefs. Just allowing this energy, this being, Good. So you can feel the energy fields, the shift, your being start to vibrating at a different frequency. And then placing the awareness on the heart center, thanking this guide that might just going to stick around. Placing the awareness on the heart center. Good. And from the heart center, we're going to keep some of our awareness here. We're going to go back to the crown, to the soul light. And tuning in from the heart, so this axis is activated, tuning into this portal. Like it literally is a portal of light that we're all leaning into. But from the heart, we can travel and we can visit and open up. But our starting point is from the heart, they're saying. Not even from the third eye or the vision, but from the heart. So feeling into this portal of light, it's coming into the field even more strongly now. They're turning up the notch. Letting this shower and this Sirian portal energy starting to vibrate more in your field, touching down into the heart center. Opening the heart to receive. There's some work being done in the heart center, hoping to clear some energies. And allow that energy, allow that awareness or intention. The energies will still keep working at the heart, letting that go. Mm-hmm. So as that anchoring of that light frequency anchors in the heart, we're going to travel right into the heart of Sirius. So feeling the portal of light right in front of you, bringing your awareness as if it's like a light elevator. We're going to go up and up and up and up and up and up at light speed. You can also go straight up from your crown to the soul light, right into the heart of Sirius. We're going to go to the temple, the high temple within Sirius. Coming up, coming up, coming up. Good. So just as you step off this elevator of light into the landscape of Sirius, like any journey, just notice what you notice. Activate your senses. It's not just the idea of the mind. Beings wanting to show you around. There's a guide there as well that's offering good medicine. So allowing yourself to make contact, perhaps receive a healing in the high temple. Allowing the frequency of light and the highest vibration of love anchor in. What is the good medicine, this guide, or this place? They're saying the high temple, the place of Sirius itself, is a guide. So whether it's an individual or collective energy, what is the good medicine? What is the frequency that wants to be offered and anchored into your field and your experience right now? And then opening to have that dialogue and receiving only if you feel called. We don't just go to these higher realms and forget our consensual agreement. Just tuning in what feels right. Allowing yourself to fill. Then coming back, making your way back to the light elevator, the light portal. And coming back like a slip and slide or an elevator at light speed, knowing that you can go back. The invitation is to go back. Opening, coming down, coming down. Coming all the way back into your body. And then notice what frequency wants to be anchored into the body from that experience. Is it deep into the belly? Seeing some light, almost like light diamonds wanting to anchor into a few people's power center. Some in the third eye, in the back of the heart. Going back to the heart center. Breathing in and out of the heart, the front of the heart and the back of the heart. Letting the vibration of love come from deep within the heart and start to vibrate out. What would it feel like to vibrate in all your cells the frequency of love? Where does it go that feels right at home? Where does the frequency or the vibration feel a little constricted? What does the throat feel vibrating at the frequency of love? The throat center gets a lot of mental energy from the mental body. So what does it feel like to vibrate at love? Mhm. So the Sirian guides and the Sirian nurses are starting to pull back from the field a little bit with deep gratitude. So sending gratitudes from your heart to our Sirian star family for their gifts and offerings. Notice what you notice with your consciousness in your body. You might notice that your thoughts have slowed, that you feel lighter, more at peace, or things might have gotten stirred up that are ready to be cleared. Just simply notice what you notice. And saying hello again to Pachamama. So feeling our grounding. It's a lot of really high frequency, fifth and seventh dimensional energies coming in. They're going to continue to come in. So gentle with self. So we also want to ground. So feeling into Pachamama. Our body connected to the earth. And one more deep breath in, inhaling. Exhaling, maybe sighing, moving your shoulders or your neck, letting the energies just ride in your body. Shake out your legs if you need to. So a lot is still going to be clearing for a lot of you, and to be gentle the rest of the evening. And then tomorrow at the Lionsgate Peak, just you can tune back into that energy of your guide or the energy of that portal that's landing in your body. And there's going to be some, pay attention to your dreams. There's going to be some guidance and some communications that are going to be more open now. I'd love to hear if this was helpful or anybody's experiences. And, as we go forward, and whether it's in the 21-day practices or in any of these that I offer, it's really is to be practical of how can we, on the earth, in our body, with our families, with our work, with our friends, live in an embodied, awakened state of consciousness. How is it that, I'm completely in form, I'm grounded, and I'm still connected. I can still feel my soul light buzzing. I'm still connected to the heart of the divine, as well as feel my star family buzzing within me, and it's, and what it does is it shifts consciousness, to more enlightened states of being, which is really, acknowledging the connectivity of us all, of all living beings. And it creates more joy, more fulfillment, more peace. These aren't just to have really cool, esoteric experiences. It's like, how do we bring it down? Right? Because as we all know, like, being able to travel and esoteric experiences, it doesn't necessarily mean there's an evolved state of consciousness. So we want to also remember to get practical of how, and just get curious. Your life is the laboratory. Tomorrow, how do you feel? What's the dialogue? So I'd love to, tomorrow too, if you want to pop back into this group and to leave messages of what was up for you. How are your dreams? We're really in this community all together of awakening. And so I'd love to hear any of your experiences and also what the effects are. Chardia, am I saying that right? Chardia? This is a blessing. I'm so full of emotion, excitement right now. Such a rush. Beautiful. Yeah, so there are really high frequencies were coming in. So a lot going on. So again, be gentle, drink lots of water, and just notice what you notice. So when you're going, you press end on this thing and you go brush your teeth or go talk to your partner or your cat, just notice like the place of anchoring that came in. Oh, especially with that unwinding. There was a lot of unwinding out of the solar plexus, some extraction energy coming in. So notice your digestive system. You might have a big poop. Who knows? It's like there's a lot of going on there. So we'll be curious to see how that shows up. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. And again, tomorrow we're starting the 21-day activation process, which will be very similar to this. So, we'll start with a pranayama or grounding, and then different guides are working with us each day. So when Isis comes in, it'll be a different offering. When Mary Magdalene comes in, when Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, and I don't ever really know the exact order of things. I have an idea because it's really who shows up, what's happening into the soul, the group soul, and what's needed in that moment. But it's going to be really powerful, and I hope you'll join. And for those who are coming, I can't wait. And I love you all. Have a wonderful evening. And yeah, blessings on Lionsgate. Tune in back into if you received messages or even that feeling of healing or extraction surgery. Tune back into on the Lionsgate peak tomorrow to that energy. The portal is really going to be open, especially for these 3 days, to anchor in like beautiful, powerful energy. Oh, let's see. Becky said, I was gifted a powerful surgical healing of strengthening white light along my spine. I saw that happening for quite a few. So I'm glad to hear. That's exciting. I was feeling that within myself as well. All right, loves. I could chat forever. So be well and sweet dreams.